Hello, peeps, and hello, peppers, and welcome to Thursday Thoughts. If you've never been here, my name is Frida Martins. I am an artist with multiple disabilities from Germany, living in Iceland. And this is the funny hat in all its glory, the way it is now. Now the recipient has to try it on, and then we'll determine if I still have to attach more like rows. I'm not attached to a cable. I am actually not that sophisticated with technology, but I would say this like crocheting can be my cable to life. Because like when I'm moving my hands, I can be more attentive during a conversation. I can also choose more wisely what I can reply. That is when I, let's say, need to do something during a conversation where I don't have to think. If I really have to think, like for instance, like I have to document thoughts that I don't want to forget, I have to draw what I want to say and some main points of the conversation. And that's why I collect notebooks, even though they can get expensive. But I always argue this, like, I don't drive a car. I don't have a specific diet that costs extra. And I think the only cultural events I'm going to are like related to indie movies and the autism movement. So I can also invest in thingies that make my life easier. I'm purposefully filming horizontal today because in this position I am totally like full time in a wheelchair today. You would actually see like all my collections that I have in these shopping bags that look like they were made of like plastic drinking containers, the recycled version. But okay, I have a ritual. And actually, my friend sent me such a good reel from Instagram about the psychological meaning of rituals today. So I have a ritual, like it's really holy to me, sort of a morning prayer to check if, like to check my social media channels. I would almost have said now social media challenges, but yes, sometimes it can be challenging. Like a couple of weeks ago, I commented on a reaction video to a true crime show that I must admit, because this true crime show is on the older side from the 70s, it also attracts older people. And in the like there are internet forums towards this show, and they are like also frequented by people who actually say I am the brother of someone who was involved in this case in whichever way. And like since these cases happened like in the 60s, 70s, 80s, the I sort of realized that the people who watch the show and also comment on this show and have memories with this show are often old. But well, the a month ago or something, or 2 months ago, I wrote something of the type. I remember the presentation of this case, and I hope that the people who have found new clues now may find the complete solution and closure. Like I can't really translate this to English, but my point is I tried to talk in a relatively general way with this like newer German gender inclusive language. And then someone literally writes under this, even though that is not at all the theme of the reaction video, in proper German, you call that folk policemen. I was like, ugh. Usually, let's say I don't want to be a spokesperson for everybody, and it actually like genuinely gets on my nerves when like, let's say in a group someone says something and then a choir of other people goes like, in today's time that is called blah blah blah. But, and here's the big but, surprise surprise, language changes all the time. And that's why it's important to me to reflect the language that my closer surroundings use. Like, because in some contexts I look quite young. I have a lot of like quite young acquaintances who like even write this. Like, in English, teacher is all genders, but in like German, it's like Lehrer for the generic masculinum or for men, and Lehrerin is like a female teacher. And I think this in the end, by the way, has the same root as the word Inja in Icelandic. That is basically Old Germanic that I cite so often because one of my characters is called Inja in my novel. And that word is like basically both for a woman and a female animal. That said, I have, I think, only met one woman called Inja in my life, and there is a store called Inja, not sponsored, but I have, to my knowledge and memory, not met anyone who uses this word Inja actively. But okay, Lehrerin, Lehrarinna also in Swedish is a female one, and I like to take genders into account. And like the younger people who I know and love, they say in German Lehrerinnen, like word corpus, pause, and then this Inja word in the end. Actually, to emphasize that a teacher can have all genders. I hope that was like relatively understandable now. I totally get the notion that this is like confusing for non-native speakers, and it is also confusing for native speakers, by the way. Like, in the beginning, I thought this looked horribly ugly, but today I try to be more mindful. Like, I really I once watched a really good and wholesome YouTube video where like a women's doctor told the world that, of course, when she has a patient and this patient wants to be referred to as a woman, she will say woman, but when she is like speaking in public, such as on YouTube, she is even talking about pregnant people. In the beginning, I was like, huh? But with the explanation that, like, in today's time, it is a thing that trans men keep the reproductive organs and want to carry children. And that sometimes the society and the medical world think that trans men cannot get pregnant, and that's why they have like miscarriages that sometimes even can't be identified as such or something, and that endangers parent and child. The women's doctor, OBGYN is the proper English word, Um, she said she's talking purposefully about pregnant people because that can save a life if someone feels included, if someone feels seen. And yeah, sorry, my rumblings here, but like to me, this is important. Like, I am trying to show some respect to people who research a case where someone died 50 plus years ago. And then actually, I don't want to discuss the language, because if you put something out on YouTube, you may also attract like people of all demographics and folks. Yeah, I am kind of a dinosaur, but yeah, and they say Stegosaurus had a brain the size of a peanut, but I hope my brain is bigger, and the universe started out with a dense mass the size of a golf ball. So who knows what the Stegosaurus was capable of? I want to actually take into account that language changes all the time, and I am a trained linguist, but actually, like, my education to the effect is also getting a little bit rusty, because I never got the chance to work anything with it. And I mean, you still can't go to the job center and say I'm a trained linguist, but yes, I like watching films, also like cartoon films from 50 years ago. And yes, these old German language crime watch thingies, as far as they are publicly available. Because I'm interested in like how language changes and how like people's attitudes towards different social phenomena changes, and I actually sympathize particularly much with a case where, like, they called the woman Drunken Paula, but Paula, I don't know if that's even her real name. She was not drunk. She had like a brain damage or something similar to mine, so she wiggled when she walked. And that's why she always hung out at bars where, like, if I remember properly, the people wouldn't serve her drinks because she already looked so drunk. Even though I have made the experience, like, I look drunk, but when I have a drink, it may actually improve my coordination and also my ability to filter out stimuli. But the operative word is being a drink, not 10. And the poor drunken Paula also had like obscure male visitors. And if I understand that properly, the people don't know to this day if it was like one of those visitors who unalived Paula. And yes, I like watching such old shows also to like think about what I can learn from them and what would be handled differently today. And let's say I'm glad that I'm alive today. I'm glad that I have a like a relatively light modern wheelchair, and actually today I figured out that there are indeed some circumstances where I am quicker with the wheelchair than some people on foot, and where I really have to politely ask people to get out of the way because I'm in a hurry. And I never thought this was possible, even 5 years ago. So I'll leave you to this day with a hope for a lot of new possibilities. Bye bye.